All right, guys, how's it going? We are back. I returned from Italy. First of all, I want to thank Pink Giraffe for subscribing. Um, Secondarily, I wanted to propose a new format to these videos. I'm going to start making progress off screen and then kind of checking in, introducing new Bobos, showing what the old Bobos can do, and just generally updates on our garden here as opposed to just constant recording because it felt like too much. And it takes time to make progress in this game, which is what makes it so satisfying. Um, so I think that's just a better way to do things. So let's kind of run around and show you guys what's changed. Chud Nelius here, which I can't remember if he was in the last episode, but as you saw in that cocoon there, he just evolved. Chud Nelius's thing so far, I wanted him to be really focused on running, but back then I didn't really understand how the ability bars worked. He's actually pretty bad at running, potential-wise, but he also Naruto runs, which is what the otaku thing down there on the left is. So how can I possibly resist? So I've just been, having him do races to slowly get the potential up, and then eventually through some evolution and rebirths, he should achieve his true potential. I haven't figured out exactly how different traits influence forms. I've gathered some things. Chanelius seems to have kind of blocky big feet, which is maybe from all the running fruit that I've given him. Kilimanjaro evolved. You can see he's got a massive dome on him, which is because he has a lot of strength, I guess. He's very bulky, and notably a lot more colorful. We're kind of pivoting his direction a little bit because I realize you can't just be strong for fights. So I've kind of been working on getting him just a little bit of swim stat, which I wanted to increase the potential on, and climbing as well, if I can, which he both has really low stats on, or potential on, because those influence punching and kicking. But he's going to be our violence guy. Flashbang, who also, you can see looks a lot different. He's got this cool little crest on him. I also give him a resistance band, which makes it better at climbing because, as you can see by that, I'll pick him up so it's easier to see, by that climbing stat there. That's like his best thing. He also has high potential in agility. So I'm kind of planning on using him to focus more on what I'm going to show in a second, which are the sagas, because it takes some pretty niche stat thresholds, and I think I can unlock one of the new species of Bobo, maybe through getting this guy trained up a little bit. So a lot of hope for him. I'm gonna set him back down. I don't remember if I had already shown Pop previously, but this is my swimmer. You can see I got a cool little treat that allowed me to give him a walrus tail. I don't think that affects anything. But it looks cool and it fits his theme. I also give him a little yellow beanie. Currently, he is one of my highest stamina potential Bobos. I mean, you can see it's pretty high towards the max. One issue with him, and I suggest if you're playing the game to avoid this, even though in theory for like swimming focused things you wouldn't need to run if it's just swimming, a lot of the swimming things have a little bit at the start where you need to run, and so he's lost a lot of races just because they start off so slow. It just takes them a while to get in the water. Once they get in, they're zooming, but before that, they struggle. I have some new Bobos. This is Grug, aptly named because he was green and I wasn't feeling very creative. Grug is, I got lucky. I picked him up from one of the jet ski expeditions as a seed. He came out already as grade C, so pretty high potential overall, with more potential for growth. I haven't developed him much yet, but you might see the gotta go quick, and that might remind you of something. It is a trait that makes him roll sometimes. And he's also just generally better at running. He's just fast, basically. The problem is, though, they did pop out with terrible acceleration potential. And so far, I've noticed acceleration's hard to get the potential up in relative to some of the other stats. So it's going to maybe take some time and some evolutions, but I think we can get Grug moving pretty quick. I'm a happy little guy. Let's see. I'm going to, by the way, this cool thing eventually, I don't know when, maybe you guys can suggest a combo. This is used to basically combine Bobos, almost like a breeding mechanic. You can give it to one and bring another, and it'll pop out like a sort of fusion of the two that takes different traits from the parent Bobos. Very cool. So something to think about. This is my last new Bobo. This is Tier. The reason they're named Tier is because most of the time, and I think it's a humble trait that I won't be able to see until they're a little older, that makes them sad like all of the time. So my idea with Tier is you can see their stats are pretty balanced. I wanted to just keep feeding them the all stat fruit, because usually you can get a hold of at least one a day, to make their stats all even and just see what that does. Another cool thing with the trait with them, the main trait, is that the power napper there means that they can actually be in races and like awake during the day and at night because they just sleep periodically. So this is actually my only Bobo right now that can do night races, which I'll talk a little bit about later. Kind of weak so far, but just because I can't feed them a lot of the time because they're always sad. But still, they're very blue, very fun with a little plant head on them. So big fan. It's just going to take a little bit to get them there. Soccer ball, this was like a public works thing. It actually, when they're playing around with it, they'll get a little swim boost. So that's slowly helping me balance them out. You can see I've got some Bobo fruit trees. In a second, I'm going to show you guys maybe a little bit of the new racing prowess. Let's treat them more fruit. And let's just check the forest real quick and see if we got any good options. I would suggest, if you're playing along, that I kind of realized I was getting too many Bobos, at least for right now. Ooh, you were deep green. I might have to take you just because you look cool. Just because it became kind of hard to keep up with them. Wow, you were quick. But I gotta take this guy. I know I'm telling you not to spam take Bobos, but I mean, come on, look at this little dude. He's so green. So we're gonna go name this fella, but also gonna show you guys the town at nighttime. There's some cool stuff in there. There's like a little gambling ring underneath a building and a black market and stuff. Super neat. So let's get you named. Ooh, what's a good, really deep green name? It's very foresty. Hedgenold. Would it be? I'm trying to think of how Hedgenold. Because GI, would it be Hedgenold? Feels right. Or maybe it's wrong, and that's not the pronunciation at all, and it's made a terrible mistake, but it's fine. You are not ready for races, though, just yet. My sweet Hedgenold. So you are coming back over here. There you go, buddy. Let's see. Let's show you what Flashbang can do, because Flashbang is arguably my most potent Bobo overall at the moment. They really put in some work. Let's see, I wanted to develop. They need a little bit more stamina. They don't have a good capacity for it, but they, as much as I wanted Flashbang to be a just go hard and then you're done kind of Bobo, they do need some. I don't want to waste the acceleration, but I kind of need them to have better running, which you'll see for reasons in a second. So if I'm lucky, they'll get a few more pips in acceleration so that I can get them moving a little quicker, because on some of the shorter races, the fun is done before they even get going. Oh wait, can I not? Oh no, that's right. I had to compete. I did this already, so you can see climbing walls and swimming. Hold on, I forget. Did I bump your swimming up already? No, they're not ready yet. Let me see if there's a better saga that I can really show off. It's very swimming focused. I'm trying to remember. Climbing. Okay, this is a great example. Now, they might get blown up here because they're really good at climbing, but the stars really make a difference. Once you get up close to 5, things get serious. But this should be a good way to show you how fast they really get moving once you get to higher stats. Remember, this is about 5,000, so this is pretty high climbing. You can see he's not exactly great, but as soon as he hits that wall, it's out. Yeah, this is why I wanted the running stat. Because even though he's way faster than them at climbing, it takes him too long to get to the walls. This happens in swimming too. And you can see too. I'm guessing these are the beast bobos or something. That's why their running's different. I'm not super sure how it works exactly. But as you can see, like, they really get moving. And we'll see if I can win a race with them real quick. Ooh. Oh, you're so close to a stamina up. Yeah, let's run him through one more regular race. Let's see if there's a climbing focused one. Because I'm trying to round him out, but right now climbing is kind of... I'm not want to say always. God, there's nothing good in here for him. He could maybe win this brawl for the pie. But I think I'd rather Kilimanjaro do that because I want to get him leveled up a little bit. So Flashbang, you're done for now. So we're gonna put you back. Oh, which actually, hold on. Let me not show you a bad habit. Let me a much better way, and maybe more. And honestly, most people are probably more attentive than I am, and immediately started using this feature. You can actually come into here with your Bobos like phone contacts. And kind of summon them up. So I can call Pop, who I want to bring here. Boom. Now, let's see. Did I see swimming? This is a little bit too much. It sucks that it's B grade. That's really not his thing. That's running. Hold on. I'll probably run Pop through a saga, but for now, let's just get that. I want that pie. So, Kilimanjaro, come here. Let's put you in the brawl. Now, Kilimanjaro, if you recall, doesn't have incredible stamina, but he's got enough. God, this guy is a chunk. You can tell me if this is a bad idea, but I pretty much always set my Bobos to just pure violence. Whenever I put them in the brawls. Okay, wow. Kilimanjaro didn't make short work of that guy. As you can see, he's got some hands on him. He's really that guy. Also, I didn't point it out earlier with this funny little backpack. I thought it would be fun. So there's that. Now let's see if where's Pop? Oh, I guess he just goes back. Pop, come here.
Hello?
I should say there's also like relay races where you can multiple of your Bobos. However, oh, interesting. I thought it had to be the same Bobo competing every time. But Pop doesn't have good climbing, if I remember right. Yeah, it's average, and the problem with that is that even if he's really good at swimming, these sagas are hard. So we'll just have him focus on swimming, which is the wet classic. Now, I want to give you reference to how hard these really are, okay? So Pop is D grade, right? So you're probably thinking he will absolutely obliterate here on the first wet. That 5th star makes a whole load of difference. As you can see, Pop is getting smoked initially because of his bad acceleration. But for reference, he's like close to peak for what, you know, a D grade can do in swimming. And that was deceptively close, which is why the acceleration has to go up. I don't remember if I could do a second. We'll try the second wet classic. If you lose, I think you have to restart from the start of the saga, but we'll see if he can do it. Acceleration is really important because a lot of these races are short, and if it takes you too long to get going, like look, he's getting smoked. It gets pretty rough, but it's always worth it to throw your Bobos at these races, because I mean you can see he got a lot of swim potential there, and he's just about maxed out on acceleration, which means that'll the bar go up, but I can get that even higher, which is super good. So there's that, which I kind of made a big mistake here, because now that I've done that, I'm not going to be able to feed Pop, at least. Let's go feed this to Tier, because they're happy today. Slowly but surely, although obviously it'll get lopsided because a couple other stats are maxed out, but that'll be better once they're evolved. Yeah, because now I can't feed Pop. So don't do that. Don't do what I did. But it's fine. But yeah, generally that's the state of things right now. I'm gonna probably call it here and come back with another update, probably sooner this time. Maybe once I've completed one of those sagas, or we just generally have the Bobos a little more trained up. If you have any suggestions in the comments for maybe some different ways to approach this, like I'm learning editing, I can maybe even do little montage style things with certain Bobos, or stuff like that, fun little extra things, because I do really want to show off how fun this game actually is. I can't recommend it enough. I really hope it gets enough traction for the creator to keep working on it, because not a whole lot of games can really scratch the same itch that the Chow Garden did. And I think there's a lot more that could be done with the game. I mean, there's so much potential here, and there could be new species of Bobos and all kinds of fun evolutions and stuff, or even if a modding community were to develop. I mean, there's just so much. I might even try my hand eventually. I have been taking game development courses in college as my elective, just because I thought it was fun, and I've kind of played around in different coding environments before, with both developing games and just for fun. Granted, not much of an artist, or I'm not good at dealing with like character models and stuff, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.